Yo, what up? So today Ariana Grande has put out a new song with The Weeknd, and I am very, very curious about it because I want to know, is she washed up or not? Because we haven't heard from her in a while. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, so it is actually one of my favorite Weeknd songs, Die For You. They did a remix. Let's just see. A little bit upset that it's not a new song, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. I'll take the scraps, especially because I like the song. Let's skip to the Ariana Grande part. Ooh. I like this vocal style here though. Ooh. I'm finding ways to stay concentrated on what I gotta do. Baby, boy, it's so hard when you know why I'm scared? Have y'all been seeing those AI Ariana Grande things, like those tracks, those covers? I have a video on this coming up now. For a second, I was like, is this AI Ariana Grande? It's just so interesting hearing her sing in this style again, because I have not heard this style from her in a while. Like, I feel like her voice has been getting a bit thicker in most of the recent performances I've heard from her. And now she's like super light, super airy, kind of trying to match The Weeknd's energy, I suppose. But it's still an interesting choice, right? Sounds like classic Ari.
And you know I can't fake it now or never. And you insinuating that you think we might be better me and you. Yeah, I know you do.
Hey!
Know what I'm thinking, see it in your eyes. You hate that you want me, hate it when you cry. It ain't working cause you're perfect, and I know you deserve it. I can't walk away.
Oh! Dude, I didn't think this is my favorite Weeknd song. I rarely feel like the remixes make the first song better. I didn't think that it would make this song better either because I already liked the original song a lot. But that's actually f***ing killer, dude. It's so different from, let's jump her last performance with The Weeknd, yeah? I remember Ariana Grande being way fuller in this. It's like two different people. I just find that so cool. Like, these are both still pop. It's both still Ariana Grande and The Weeknd. Her style and her voice itself is completely different from song to song. We heard that also with the Somewhere Over the Rainbow video that I reacted to, where it's like, at a certain point with singing, the only way to get better at your genre or your particular style, whatever it is that you're trying to do, is to learn multiple different styles and really not even just learn them, but develop them to the level that she has. It's really cool to me. I would have loved to hear her like really go into those high notes there, but it's okay. I'm gonna take what I can get, okay? So going back to her technique, two different songs, both The Weeknd, both Ari. We have the Die For You Ariana, and we have the Save Your Tears Ariana. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the differences between the two. Some of the key things about the Die For You Ariana Grande is she has a lifted soft palate. She has a lot of this like, type of a sound on her voice, a little bit of a whine, and her volume is generally relatively low, unless she's like belting or whatever. In combination with some air on her tone, I'll try my best to give you a representation in my own voice.
You know what I'm thinking.
You know, right? You can hear that right on the you know.
You know what I'm thinking. See it in your eyes. You hate that you want me.
So then she adds a little bit of this lifted soft palate on top of the to get a little bit of a fuller type of a sound, right? So it's not just, like only the whine. There's a little bit of like something behind it, with a little bit of air and other things like that. Keep in mind, we have completely different voices, so I'm not going to get exactly the same thing, but I want you to know generally what I'm talking about here. Save Your Tears, Ariana Grande, on the other hand, it's almost completely different. The volume is significantly louder, even though you can't necessarily tell because the audio producers make the volumes very even. Here, you can hear this way, right? This open sound with nobody else. Whereas these type sounds, right? You kind of get that sense. Of course, she's doing it very artfully and whatever. I'm trying to just give you an example. And that's what makes people say, oh, her voice is more mature sounding, whatever. It's because she doesn't have so much of this, and it's not so light and soft. And also, it goes to show a lot of people, when this first came out, were arguing, oh, her voice is more mature now. But there's this idea that as women age, their voices get deeper. But even if that's true, Ariana Grande is still pretty young, so our voices certainly do change over the years, but I don't know that her ass is gonna be changing from no soprano to no alto or nothing like that. I think she's just making these conscious technique changes. But it is interesting to hear her sing Die For You, this remix, in a way that sounds more like how she sounded toward the beginning of her career. Here's perfect. Well, Love Me Harder, another song that she did with The Weeknd. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, if this technical analysis is interesting to you, well, I did just upload a video going into Ariana Grande's technique over on my Patreon. Go ahead and check that out if you're interested. Singing technique tier, but be aware that you need to watch all of the content on there in order for the Ariana Grande video to make sense, because it's super nerdy. So, fair warning. It still slaps, dude.
Cause if you wanna keep me, you gotta love harder. And if you really need me.
She's gotten way better, though. A big part of what I think has improved her articulation since then in the same style. She might be like overdoing the darkening portion of what she's trying to accomplish here, which makes the vowels a little bit more distorted, let's say. That's how singing works. You correct one way, you correct the other way, and you're just trying to hone in on this like perfect place to sing from. That's just how it goes. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction. This is so interesting to me, and I would kill to hear Ariana Grande sing in this style more often. Of course, she has on many of her albums, don't get me wrong. You know what it is, actually? I don't want to hear her sing in this style. I want to hear her keep doing whatever the f it is that she's doing, because she's given us everything, and I'm just that kind of eclectic person. I like hearing that like 1950s Judy Garland. I like hearing that like, light, bright, poppy stuff. I like hearing The Wicked. I like, such a great time to be alive. Anyway, be sure you subscribe to the channel. Check me out over on my TikTok, and like I said, over on my Patreon, where I've reacted to just about all of High School Musical, the musical, the series, and I will be working on Glee sometime soon. And thank you to all my patrons. Love you guys so much. And until next time, Tristan, and Tristan, peace.